Ben, what do you think is the most interesting element right now of the Russia-Trump investigation, Michael Flynn, Devin Nunes kind of clown show?
Yeah, I mean, it's just not getting straight answers is something that's sort of frustrating in this sense. Like, we've seen this whole Nunes piece has just been boggling because it seems like a lot of unforced errors, and maybe a lot of this is unforced errors, but you have Nunes, whisking off to the White House, and then the White House saying doesn't pass the smell test, that's probably not coming from us. Then you've got Nunes saying to Bloomberg, nah, it didn't come from the White House, it's an intelligence agent, met him on the White House grounds, not from the White House. And then the whole time, everyone's sort of wondering, well, then why'd you go to the White House? And sure enough, this New York Times story comes out that yesterday that says, well, because he got the information for the White House. So it just sort of seems like there's so many steps backwards that need to get taken before you can kind of to rectify the false statements or misleading statements before you even move forward to try and figure out what exactly gets to the bottom of what went wrong.
What is the most charitable explanation for the way Devin Nunes has handled this entire situation?
That's a good question. I mean, I'll be honest. I mean, I haven't been up, following his twists and turns in general. I think I don't know. I think you'd have to really take a look and see what, maybe how some of his statements could get parsed. I mean, maybe this New York Times story was a little didn't specifically say that the White House handed him this information. Maybe those two people helped, were brought to. But if you're talking most charitable, maybe an intelligence agent came to those two people in the White House and maybe said, hey, you should get this to someone. I don't really want to put my job on the risk.
Maybe they handed it to a gardener who handed it to him. Like, who knows
that's a charitable one.
But my conclusion on this is that Devin Nunes has lost his judgment and lost his ability to really be tethered to reality, and has lost his ability to be an independent judge of what goes on with Donald Trump, and should have lost his ability to review intelligence information, because the first thing he did when he did review intelligence information was go out and hold a press conference about the intelligence information that he received.
I mean, this has been a long, slow walk toward, just everything being politicized, and it's kind of this hope that well, maybe the intelligence committees they realize that there's so much of a bigger situation at stake that everyone kind of needs to stay in their lane and make sure they don't jump to conclusions or anything. I guess it seems it's troubling that now you at least have the House Intelligence Committee that's broiled now in the same partisanship that everyone's been having for years, but now the stakes are obviously higher because it's the Intelligence Committee.
You said partisanship with a P at the end, not a T at the end, right? Because I was thinking the T at the end.
Either could work.
Same. Yeah. We could swap those two out.
We can't say that on the air, though.
No, you can't say that on there.